I had a dream. This was not last night, but the night before, I believe. Definitely not last night. So either 2 or 3 nights ago, but I think it was the night before last. But anyway, all I remember is these big fireflies. I was going to say dragonflies. No, not the ancient giant red dragonfly. Not this time. No, but this was in my dream. My sleeping dream. That's all a dream, right? So my astral travels, my galactic travels. So it was just like this blip, and I just saw like a bunch of them, kind of like how like bats would come out of a cave. It seemed like I was down, maybe like in the underworld or something. Okay. In my travels, yeah, I clear out demons and make for safe passage for people. Anyway, but I just remember I was just still and just observing, and it seemed like I was, like in a cellar, a wine cellar, how like it's earthen and it's just slightly cooler, little damp maybe, but it felt safe, like the darkness was all around me. And just me there by myself observing this, and all of a sudden, and it kind of looked like, I say cellar because it kind of felt like earthen with like maybe a beam above my head. Oh God, now I'm thinking about like the Anunnaki and the slave race and them having us mine gold and all this. Oh God, maybe this is why I've been in all these little like tunnel things or something. No. Well, probably for more than one reason, but yeah, I just saw like a bunch of them like pour out. I mean, they were pretty big. I would say like, I don't know, half a dozen, but they were just like big and all like together, and it was just so quick. And yeah, they were definitely fireflies. So usually I go to shamanicjourneys.com, but Shamanic Journeys I don't believe has fireflies. So I'm at sunsigns.org. So, firefly insect animal totem symbolism. As a creature of light, it should come as no surprise that the firefly is a symbol of illumination. They truly are majestic, underappreciated insects because of their ordinary, uninspiring appearance during the daytime hours. And if this is my totem, it would be in the evening hours as well. No, I shine my light at night in the astral. I don't care about what we be looking like during the day and jello pudding pops and my wife Camille and my 5-1 for 5 soda. Just some chocolate jello pudding pops. Okay. The daytime. Okay, I hope this doesn't stick because there's lots of ads all over this. I mean, this is a good site, but there's just lots of pop-ups, moving ads all over, so. However, as darkness falls, fireflies turn into the remarkable and beautiful illuminators of the night. This seeming contradiction serves as the firefly's animal totem's most fundamental symbol in the spiritual world. Things are not always the way they seem. Yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And they look, unless those are, looks like the black and white striped antennas too, unless that's just the way the light is shining on it, and they're like little black bulbous things. It makes it look black and white striped. But anyway, that keeps coming up. At first glance, this insect is unassuming and does not stand out from its surroundings. Soon after, and without fail though, the firefly emits its radiant glow, providing a guiding lantern in the surrounding darkness. The firefly symbolism reminds us that our paths are made lighter if we allow beauty and grace to fill our lives. So the associated traits with firefly: passion, guidance, self-illumination, freedom. That's right, free spirit, baby. For humans, the firefly, I mean, it's just we're so conditioned. We have like Stockholm syndrome. We're so conditioned that this is the way it is that we don't know how to be free or allow others to be free. I ain't no slave master. I ain't trying not to control anybody ever. Ever. Come around here. You understand? Okay. Don't ever come to this house right here. Okay. Okay. First, our physical appearance does not define us. Rather, it's what is inside our hearts and minds that truly represent what each of us are made of, and we should take care of this part of our soul and allow it to shine. That's right, shiny ones. Shine on, crazy diamonds. Secondly, the firefly symbolism reiterates that the light has an elaborate purpose that cannot be ignored. Fireflies use their lights as signals to attract mates. They must use them precisely and with an exact and deliberate plan in mind if they are to be successful. Excuse me. The spiritual totem's message dictates that we must be conscious, pay attention to intricacies. Oh, I love that word. Yeah, pay attention to the small things, remember. That card from the Journey of Love. And exercise persistence if we wish to achieve success in our own lives. Specifically, humans need to plan and react accordingly in order to attract desirable people, places, and things throughout life. And my voice is a little hoarse. I just got up, so it's 7:30 over here in this neck of the woods. The alpines. However, this is not to say that we should run ourselves into the ground with efficiency. Fireflies do not use heat to ignite their lights, symbolizing that we need not burn ourselves out in the pursuit of our goals. That's right, work smart, not hard. The process should be natural, free-flowing, and jovial, so as not to extinguish our guiding light. That's right, jovial, Jophiel, Archangel Jophiel. Okay, joy, go, journey, be free. The firefly also acts as an environmentally friendly light bulb in a sense. Although it provides such great light and energy, it does not consume a lot from its surroundings to do so. Yeah, it's not a consumer, it's a conservationist. That's what I like to consider myself, a conservationist. So I like to go to the food bank. They're already throwing all this stuff, and it's like awesome food. It's like organic stuff and all like artisan breads, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, they're throwing it away, so why go waste all this money on food, spending on food when there's just such an abundance that they're constantly throwing away, and it's good food. So anyway, you know, I don't have any pride or shame. I'm resourceful. I'm woodpecker energy over here. And firefly, okay, very resourceful too. Conservationist. So it's kind of like an epiphyte or a one of those orchids and types of plants that get their nutrients from the outside environment, just out of the air, and their moisture and their newts. So, so in this way, fireflies symbolize the necessity of economy and efficiency in the pursuit of your own light. They use their environment effectively and take only the bare minimum energy that they need. By doing so, the firefly's symbolic meaning reminds humans to use the resources that we have available to us sparingly, consuming only that we need and not doing anything to excess. That's right. Just like the factory farms and all the, okay, meat eating back in the day, really different. Okay, they'd slaughter an animal, like they'd feed everybody, they'd use the everything. Like they would respect the animal, they'd ask mother first, and they would have a conscious intention, use every bit of the animal, the bones for tools, all kind. Okay, now we just like slaughter animals overkill to the point where you can get meat at the food bank, is what I'm saying, is that it's going to get thrown away. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's not balanced. That's not the way we're supposed to be doing it. We know better. But we just want to be lazy, okay? And let everybody else do it. Let everybody else slaughter the animals. Let everybody else make the clothes. No. No. We grow our own food. We build our own house. We make our own clothes. Get to know thyself. And to thine own self be true. But you got to know who you are first. Okay, that made me sweat just a little bit because I woke up with that in my head. God said, know thyself. And I'm like, okay. And then he said, and to thine own self be true. I'm like, okay. So, I just was flown in spirit there for a second when I said that. I get a little loud and militant and a bit sweaty. So, the Firefly Animal Totem encourages us to be more conscious of the way we live in and use the earth. They inspire us to live in an eco-friendly way that appreciates and respects all of nature, down to the tiniest plant or animal. Through careful examination of how a firefly lives, we are taught the gratifying value of living simply. Oh, yes. It is so gratifying. That is right. Great. Because when your life is simple, the more open it is, and when the more open you are, the more you're embodying those higher virtues. Gratitude, okay? Gratifying value of living simply. Yeah, that we can be more grateful. The more simple our lives are, the more gratitude we can embody, the more grace we can have as we go about our lives. By taking lessons and guidance from the behavior of fireflies, we can live in a more conscious and environmentally responsible way, reducing the waste we create and only utilizing our natural surroundings to an appropriate extent. Complacency and exploitation are essentially the antithesis of the firefly's symbolic message. Complacency and exploitation are essentially the antithesis of Firefly's message. Complacency and exploitation are essentially the antithesis of the Firefly symbolic messages. Yeah, we're not going to be exploited to, like, harvest your gold or what, I don't know. We're supposed to be stewards of the earth. But see, it's all divine, okay? For us to be rebellious and then for them to, like, take advantage of God taking away his seal of protection, blah, blah. It's all divine. It's the whole story. God wrote, we co-wrote our part and our lines, and it's just the unfoldment. That's why we have to trust in the plan. It's a great plan. The grand plan from the very beginning. All the schematics were in place. This whole story that we're living now, it was written from the very beginning. On a wall of sand. Anyway, in addition to reminding us, excuse me, my throat's a little tickly, hold on. A little sip of coffee there, okay. In addition to reminding us of the importance of our internal character. See, I think that God was saying that, and because he was reminding me to go talk about firefly medicine, and because that came in my dream. And then yesterday I was watching, so I didn't dream it last night, I dreamt it before I was watching this stuff, but, and I dream of these, like, caverns, underground, I'm down in the underworld a lot, so. Getting intel and making for safe passage, but yeah, yesterday I was watching this video, and he was passionate. He's like, he wasn't saying the F word or whatever, but he's like, F Anki and Enlil, these DNA manipulators and blah blah blah, leave us humans alone and let us. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but he was getting kind of passionate about, like, and I was like, yeah, dude, because we have, like, Stockholm syndrome. That's, like, So we don't even know why. We're just the grind, the hamster wheel. We just go to work, we do it. We go to the store, we think it's natural to go to the grocery store to get your food, and we think it's natural to be driving around in these things that stink and are so loud and just, yeah, this is not the way. And when you wake up, you realize, and you look around and you go, oh my God, this is a whole system that's been created to like keep you downtrodden, we'll just say, because horse medicine is coming up next, so. But that'll be a different video. So, our internal character, the light from fire. Okay, so in addition to reminding us of the importance of our internal character, the light from fireflies appropriately represents hope, guidance, inspiration, and awakening. Hope, and they said grace up there earlier, so Archaea Hope and Archaea Grace is here. They implore us to listen to our hearts and let them lead the way toward truth and light. Oh, praise Jesus, brother Jesus. That's right. That's his name. Oh. Okay. Better get in your heart, or else you're going to be an ego, and it's not going to be good for you. Firefly symbolism Fireflies' symbolism bring magic and a sense of childlike wonder into our often chaotic and busy lives. I just don't like the way it says fireflies symbolism bring. Anyway, I would have said firefly symbolism brings. Their presence is meant to bring back nostalgic memories of youth and innocence when the world was a magical dreamland and nothing was outside the realm of possibility. Okay, maybe I had the was that, yeah, maybe it was the night, and then I did the weekly Twin Flame Tarot reading that morning, so I think I had it. So when was that? Yesterday, so Saturday night. Yeah, must have been. Okay. So, as you watch the graceful firefly dance across the sky, it becomes impossible to remain uninspired. Yeah, you can't help but prophesy. The melodic and joyful dancing is meant to ignite your inner passion and the fire in your heart and drive you to express it joyfully. To use and express it joyfully, but they miss an and in there. These there's jovial again. Jovial with joy. I'm telling you, it's time to get joyful, y'all. I'm feeling the joy coming in, about ready to, right? Bust out of these fetters. These jovial fireflies bring the gifts of self-illumination, infatuation, and freedom of spirit by reminding us that anything is possible as long as we believe. The belly of Eve. Yeah, I'm down in the belly of Eve a lot. Protecting mama. And don't get any infector cons latched onto the root system, trying to affect the intel. All right, that's that for that, and we'll do horse medicine later. Also Falcon, because was it yesterday that I was walking around? No, the day before. Oh, and I got sick, and oh god, yeah. Because there was no clouds or anything in the sky. That sun was just, I don't know, if some plasmic wave zapped me. But I did see a video of a woman, or whatever, it just showed these webcams that were in Arizona. And the ships, like, okay, I've seen lots of ships, it's not bad, but there is these purple spiral, like, and she slows it down so you can see that this one comes up from out of the ground up, so, and they're purple, okay, and I'm going, enchantment, Archangel Michael, whenever you see purple, like, you can't see it, but then you look back at your pictures and there's a purple film over it, or a purple line zaps down through it, all the, so, what else? I say woman for this one because, she speaks and stuff so you could hear her voice. The other one had just writing on the screen, but she was saying how, and I'll put the links below, I'll try to get it all set up good for you guys, but, she was saying how, and she has the webcams in Alaska, And she was saying how all of a sudden these purple lines, vertical lines in the screenshots are appearing. Dude, and we just pulled the Michael enchantment with the unicorn. That was the first one that came out. All this okay, Firefly Dream, okay. Oh! Okay. And that's happened on my phone before, where I was told turn around. I thought, okay, whatever. I look up, that's the first chemtrail video I took, and it doesn't show on the phone. But later when I played back the video to upload it on my Google Plus page, not even my channel, that's why I was just only doing tarot on there. I don't even know if I was doing twin flame stuff yet, maybe. But it had like a purple film over it, and that was right when I had left the house. I just crossed the street, something said turn around, and so I did. I'm like, what? And then what am I supposed to be looking at? And I was just guided to look up, and there was a plane, a shooter, chemtrails all over this. So at the time of filming it, it didn't have that purple film like you would use a filter on a camera or something. That's what it looked like. Another sister out here, she was, and I find soul family everywhere. If like when I first realized I had more gallons, God sent, it just popped up on the videos list. It was like a makeup girl doing, I think I was looking up Halloween makeup and stuff, okay, and she didn't have arms or legs. She went through this horrible, and I watched the video where she shared her whole story, where they were scrubbing her skin with these rough hospital towels with bleach water in it, because she had this like flesh-eating, it was meningitis, okay, and then she got an infection on top of that in the hospital. They were all different. Anyway, her whole story was like, and God gave that to me right when I found out I had more gallons. But then that led to another soul sister who was a makeup girl. And she had lost her dad on Easter when that Schumann resonance just spiked. She had just lost both her parents. She was very young. She was only like 20 or so. I don't know. She's a very young girl. And very, very distraught. So it wasn't a makeup video. I just saw this face of this young girl, and her eyes, you could tell she had been crying. So I clicked on it, and she was talking about that. And so I started watching her videos because I was resonating with her. I'm like, okay, this is definitely soul family. And she was videoing something, and half of it went purple and half of it went green. And I went, that's Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. That's Jesus and Michael. And other brothers and sisters, just random videos. You click on it, and it's like all of a sudden their whole thing turns like green or purple, and because these are the angels, they speak with color. So I don't want to go too far into that, but it just reminded me of Falcons, because this time last year when I was getting all the Egyptian and Atlantic, like a lot of the color stuff was coming in last year. I was getting a lot of the black and gold color combination. Okay, so it was probably right around this time last year when I was walking around and the falcons came right down again, screeching, made sure I knew it, come down, swirling over my head, and then went back way over to where they were. And they did it again just a couple days ago when I was walking around town. So I think that was the night I had the Firefly dream, perhaps. So yeah, so falcons, and you can tell it's falcon because of the coloring underneath. They have a lot of white, and I can just tell by the call. There's certain birds I know they're called the falcon. It sounds like it's screaming, kind of. It's like, ah! It's like a real screechy call, real loud and screechy. And they came down, flew over my head, made the calls and stuff, made sure I saw that, and then went back over to where they were up high over by the hill and swirling around. So it, just like they did last time. So anyway, we'll share Falcon in another one. I've shared it before, but I think it's good to just refresh. And then, so Firefly's done. So we'll get to Horse and Falcon. Yeah, we did Firefly, and I think, and then what's this one? Oh, those are the oatmeal raisin bar cookies I'm going to make. Okay. All right, that's that. Love, peace, and blessings.